You've talked about needing to build momentum after last weekend's win. Does that make today's result even more deflating?
Yeah, it's the feeling is always the same. Of course, we want to win. I think we didn't control the game. We played the game of Brentford. Really confused, second balls, first balls, set pieces, and all the moments, the crucial moments they were against us. So tough to lose again, but we need to think about the next one.
We saw real fight from your United side against Chelsea last week. Did you see that today?
Yeah, in some moments, but we can do better. That is the main point.
You've conceded in every game so far in the league this season. How worrying is it for you as the manager when it seems to feel like it's a lot of the similar issues happening every week?
Yeah, the first ball was a long ball after a recovery. We work on that during the week. Set pieces work on that also. So we knew that the long balls and then one first touch, and they had the opportunity, and the goals were like that. But we worked during the week. We need to do better.
When you have had the whole week with no midweek football to contend with this season, and you've had all of that time on the training ground, why don't you think the players were able to put that into practice on the pitch today?
Well, today was again we didn't play our game for just was some moments we had the control of the game. We pushed the opponent to the back, but the game was more or less always the same. Really, second balls, one ball, and then we need to play our game, not the opponent's game, and they were stronger on that.
The results have been inconsistent so far this season, and you know well by now that every defeat that comes as Manchester United manager, you're only one step away from another crisis. How are you managing that? It's
always the same. To lose in this kind of club, we need to. It hurts a lot. We need to think about the next one.
The next one is Sunderland. So how important is it that you get a result in that game to go into the international break with a bit of positivity?
Everything is important in this club. So it's not just the games at home or whatever. We need to win every game, and we are not doing that.
We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, tough afternoon for Rúben Amorim. He said it was confused. They kind of played into Brentford's hands today, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about, Manchester United need to play their own game, but we was even talking about in the warm-up, it felt like they were a real worry about Brentford. They were concentrating on set pieces in the warm-up. I don't think they handled them well. They certainly didn't handle the long balls well. De Ligt had a tough afternoon, I thought, today. I think he was bullied at times by Thiago. He found it really difficult against him. There were long balls. He was losing headers. He was out of position at times. And if you consistently make errors like that, you're going to get punished. It doesn't matter where you are. Brentford have got players that can punish you, and they did just that today.
We're not seeing that improvement, are we, from last season that the fans were hoping for? Are we going to see that improvement in this system with these players?
No, I don't think so. I think he's had a long enough time to implement what he wants. Like I said, the not having the European football and preparing for a game like this, Manchester United away at Brentford. Listen, no doubt he's gone through set pieces in the week, because you would if you're playing against Brentford. But I think there's a culture. It seems like the culture. I don't think it's just the Rúben Amorim problem. I think there's massive problems around the club. I know the results can explain that for you, but we looked at his body language on the bench, didn't we, Crouch? And he looks anxious. He looks worried, and I think that will filter into the players. I think as well, the players, they've got good senior players at Manchester United, but they're not looking like there's an effect on the whole group. Like I said, they play in fits and starts. They have 10 minutes here where they look good, 20 minutes there where they look good, but nothing consistent, no sustained. The fact that he hasn't won back-to-back Premier League games is a real concern.
And they've had a big day. We spoke about just how impressive Brentford were, Peter, before the break. But for Man United, how bad were they?
They just couldn't cope defensively. With the centre forward, Thiago was causing so many problems. The long ball was consistently putting them. I thought they got bullied at times. The centre halves. We were seeing a little bit kind of the individual errors that they made. Didn't have enough going forward. Didn't feel like they were creating much really. Just a really bad day at the office again.
And Thiago was full throttle from the off, Joe. Let's have a look at them in transition and just how effective they were.
Me and Crouchy were saying he's like a throwback centre forward. Like this was you're dealing with players like this weekly. Like as soon as they get the ball, they get one look. He attacks the space very well. I think this is a brilliant touch as well. I think he's proficient. It's a wonderful finish. Took his goal so well, but his all-round game impressed me so much. Everything he was doing. Look how he bends the run. He bends the run. Harry Maguire tries to step up. It's a lovely ball from Jordan Henderson. But this touch here I love. Bang. And an outside left foot. That's a very, very difficult technique to master, but it's a wonderful strike.
Jordan Henderson has actually just come out to join us here as well. Jordan, just what a finish that was for the opening goal.
Yeah, I've just seen it back there, to be fair. Looked really good finish from Thiago. It was a great run from him. I seen it quite early, so I tried to just get it in front of him to play it, and it was an amazing finish from him, and that set us off in the game well.
Is that something that the manager has talked to you about, that early pass? Obviously, you've done it throughout your career, like that long pass, but beautiful vision. Is it something the manager tells you, or is that instinctive from you?
I think just the way sometimes that when we're defending deep with the players that we've got up top, like Kevin and Dango and Thiago, as soon as you get your head up, they're making runs forward and they can create some good chances for us, and definitely in the home games we've managed to do that. So yeah, I thought the front three today were really good.
Jordan, it's a great start for you as well on a personal level. You look like you're really enjoying your football again.
Yeah, I am enjoying it. I'm really just grateful, and I'm excited by the opportunity to come back and play in the Premier League. That really got us going, and the reason why I wanted to come here, and just a really good feeling to be back playing at the highest level, week in, week out, with the atmospheres and the players, the best players in the world. So I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as possible, and today was a great day for us.
And having dropped so many points this season from winning positions, just how did that feel to get that one over the line, having got off to such a brilliant start again? Yeah,
it was important, I think, especially when you concede the penalty and things like that. But Quaig made a fantastic save, and then to finally get the third goal to finish it off was really nice. So it's a big 3 points for us. And to be honest, I thought we deserved it throughout the game for large parts. I thought we played well.
And talk to us a bit more about your role as a leader in the dressing room since you've come in, especially working with an inexperienced coach.
Yeah, again, I just try to be myself. I mean, loads of people, when you get older and more experienced, people want to talk about leadership all the time, but you just be yourself, and that's all I've ever tried to be. I'll be myself around the training ground, try to train as well as I can, and first and foremost I need to do my job on the pitch, really, and that's what I try to do, and everything else is just normal, and just to try to help the younger ones, because you're right, it is a young team.
And do you feel extra motivated in a World Cup year? Is that in your head?
I think it's always in the back of your mind when you're sort of making decisions in the summer, like when I was coming here and things like that. But ultimately, I wanted to come back to play in the Premier League and to get that buzz back, really, of enjoying my football and having that opportunity. But of course, I know that if I'm playing well and you're playing at the highest level in the Premier League, then I want to obviously be in that England squad, ready to go and try and win a World Cup. Yeah.
How was the experience, Jordan, being away from the Premier League and trying different leagues? And are you pleased to be back?
I am pleased to be back, but at the same time, I really feel as though I learnt a lot in them couple of years of being away. It wasn't easy at times, I'll admit that, but there's things that I did enjoy and I did learn, and I'm really grateful and thankful for that period that I had away. For a couple of years, and there were some really good moments, especially last season at Ajax. The season we had as a team and the new manager that come in was amazing, and he really got the love back for the game in us, really, the way that he played, the way he set up. And yeah, I'm very thankful to him to get us back to loving playing football again, really.
And working now with Keith Andrews, he was talking to Shay Given before the game and saying that he likes his players to have a voice, to have an input in the game plan, to be very much a collective. How are you finding working under that approach?
Different. I'm not used to that, really, but I can see the positives, and I can see, this football club has done amazing things over the last few years, and they've sold players and they've brought new players in, and this summer there has been a lot of change, players, staff, but they're not stupid people. They know what they're doing. Genuinely good people. And when I met them, the manager, the directors of the club, I did feel like they genuinely cared about the team, the club, and the players. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I came.
Has your throw got better since you got here?
Sorry?
Your throw, has it got better since
My
you've
throw,
been
I haven't done any yet. I'll stay away from that.
Feels
I'll
like
let Michael
so
do that.
many
Some
players.
Some throw.
So many players in this team with that weapon in their armoury, though.
Yeah.
It is a real weapon for you now.
It is, yeah, and why not use it? You know, it is a real weapon. But to be honest, it's not just us. I see some of the top teams using long throws now as well. So, yeah, if it creates carnage and you can get opportunities from it, why not?
I thought someone from Sunderland would be able to understand my accent.
Yeah. No one understands your accent. Are you enjoying living in London as well? How's that been for the family?
Family, not. I'm sort of back and forwards
Right.
at the minute. I'm in London, but outside of London,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a bit too busy for me in central London. So I'm on the outskirts, a bit more on the countryside. I like just calm and peaceful. But that's been nice.
Same
for
as
us.
Crouchy when he played.
But it's been nice. It's nice, definitely. Yeah.
Good.
Jordan, well done today.
Yeah, thank you very
thanks
much.
for coming out to join
Thank you.
us.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Mate, well done.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Thanks. Nice to see you.
Just how much of a clever signing is it looking to bring Jordan Henderson here?
It's looking really clever, isn't it? I think you look at the club and the owners. I don't think the owners planned for losing Mbeumo and Visser. Maybe I'm wrong, but when it did happen and Visser's gone out the door, even more important, losing the manager as well, having someone of his stature and his experience in and around the group. And they've just been seamless, and to get 7 points on the board and having a moment like that, have the equaliser against Chelsea. You know, so they've played some of the big teams as well, and they've got points on the board. I think it's a very, very astute signing bringing him.
You can't underestimate having a leader like that in the dressing room. Someone who's been at 6 major tournaments for England, and he's won everything. He's played at the highest level. I think that experience, and the leadership qualities, the voice in the dressing room. I think that's something that Manchester United miss at the moment.
Well, it wasn't all plain sailing. Certainly in the first half, they got off to a flyer, but then Benjamin Šeško got his first goal for Manchester United, Peter. It was really a case of his persistence paying off. Did that impress you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think that's one positive to come out of today is obviously Šeško getting the goal. I thought Keller didn't cover himself in glory on the first one, considering he had such a good game. I just thought it was a little bit there. He could have probably punched that a little bit further. But Šeško's just persistence. He got the shots off. He consistently got back in there, and perseverance paid off.
Yeah, I mean, the first one he's got to. And, credit to Kelleher, because I think as a goalkeeper, he would have done better he could have done better on the first one. But these reactions on this one, he swiped at that. That's a great save. And credit to Šeško for finally getting off the mark, and then to come back and then have the big moment in the game, Kelleher, where he saves the penalty. That shows what mental strength that lad's got.
It was checked for foul on Kelleher by Mbeumo, but didn't see anything in that.
No, we're not giving those ones, unfortunately. That was he just needed to be stronger.
And then in the second half, Manchester United with a chance to level the score, awarding a penalty, Nathan Collins, for a pull on Mbeumo. No doubt about the penalty, Joe, for you. Should it have been a red card goal?
It's very much on the fringes. I think he got away with one, Collins, there a little bit, because by the laws that we got, as a centre forward, a player of that quality, he's only got to put his toe on it, and clearly look the foul. Once he gets his toe on that,
I mean, denying a goal scoring opportunity, that's exactly what that was, right?
Yeah.
No attempt to play the ball, and he's pulled him back. I think what they're saying is that he wasn't perhaps in control of the ball.
Yeah, the Premier League match centre saying that it was checked and confirmed by VAR, with Collins deemed to have pulled Mbeumo back. VAR also checked the referee's call of yellow card for Collins and deemed Mbeumo wasn't in control of the ball.
Well, that's what, Linz, when it becomes subjective, because he's attacking across. He wasn't in control of the ball, but any football man will tell you, that's a great opportunity. And
he's being pulled back.
So I think, listen, I feel for the referees there. We do batter them and everything, but listen, I've looking at it again, I think he's clearly a goal scoring opportunity. Collins knows what he's doing. He's actually been smart. He's not grabbed him and really he's made the referee make a decision. But that's one of them grey area ones where I feel for the referees, but I still think they got it wrong.
Did you feel for Bruno Fernandes just how long he had to wait, Peter?
Yeah.
It was almost 5 minutes while they carried out the checks. Also a couple of subs from Brentford as well, which was quite a clever tactic.
Nicely timed subs from Keith Andrews, I have to say. But I think one of the subs was prepared, but he waits till the very last check of the VAR before he made them. But it was a long wait, and I think we've seen it before. I think it was at Fulham, was it, where Bruno was a little bit. I think the ref bumped into him, and it maybe lost a little bit of concentration. It's so difficult taking penalties, and there's tremendous pressure on it. And when your routine is upset in some way, or you wait a long time, have more time to think, it can be an issue. But who's to know? Bruno will score penalties in the future, no doubt.
Yeah, Chris Kavanagh bumped into him in that Fulham game before that penalty, and it really seemed to get into his head, and it looked certainly like that wait really did today, Joe. He's his second miss in 3 penalties this season.
Yeah. Listen, everything that come through Manchester United over the last multiple years has been through Bruno, and he'll have big moments before this. Listen, he always steps up in big moments. It wasn't his day. He missed a penalty. I watch him play in the game today, and he wasn't at his absolute best of his game, but he was still the best player on the pitch for Manchester United for me, spreading the ball away. It's a great save, by the way. Kelleher's record, he's read it. He's got a good strong hand. It's not a dreadful penalty. It's along the floor. It's hit with some power. You've got to give the goalkeeper credit there. But but Bruno, you feel for him because he's performing consistently every week, and the team's just not coming with him, and it must be very frustrating.
How do you get out of that, Peter, if you've had a penalty saved or you've missed one, and then you feel like you are overthinking it maybe, and it's affecting you mentally?
No, I think he's a top player, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, listen, it didn't affect his game. We see him do 60, 70-yard crossfield passes like they were nothing. He's such a talented player. This happens. It's part of the game. Is if you take penalties, you're going to miss penalties. Unfortunately, he's missed 2 of the last 3, but no doubt he'll be back, and he'll be big enough, man enough to take them again.
So could have been 2-2. They missed that penalty, but then Brentford sealed the deal. Matthias Jensen, you loved this finish, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Just because we were right behind it. I thought it was a fantastic breakaway goal. I think they did. It was Yarmolenko who did brilliantly in the midfield. Get passed out to Jensen. I think he wants it back again, but again, Manchester United just backing off, and he just thinks, why not? And it looks like the goalkeeper's at fault there because it's in the centre of the goal, but we were right behind it, and it went in like a rocket, and it had that kind of knuckleball movement on it. It wobbled in the air, and it was such a clean strike.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Listen, it's great when he comes and gets us off our feet, and he just struck it. Look at that. Look at the body shape there, and the no spin on the ball. Before the goalkeeper's even lifted his arm. Look at that. Lifted his arms, has gone past him. It's a wonderful strike, and it just goes to show any young player out there, to get the composure to really concentrate on your strike. You don't have to be really swiping it. Just the power on it just beat the goalie.
Yeah, Jensen's goal sealing the deal for Brentford here today in that 3-1 victory.
At the heart of what could have been a game-changing moment. How relieved were you, Nathan, when Queven saved that penalty?
Yeah, fairly. I had trust in him though. I've seen him do it before, so when he goes into a penalty shoot, I'm more convinced he's going to save it and they score.
Were you relieved to stay on the pitch as well?
No, I knew. Tactical.
You've saved, Queven, 3 of your 5 penalties that you faced in your time at Liverpool. So how important was it for you to save that penalty at that moment in the game, considering how many points Brentford have dropped this season when you've been in front?
Yeah, I think it was obviously important. Come at an important time of the game when we're 2-1 up. So yeah, it's a big save, and then obviously we did well to finish it off as well and get the win.
As you say, you know Queven well, international teammates. How good is it to have him here at Brentford with you?
Unbelievable. Since he's come in, he's been so part of the group, so fluid. We've needed him, and he's brought that security that we need behind us, and he's been top class.
Have you settled in here?
Yeah, it's been brilliant, yeah. Obviously Nathan's helped me a lot to settle in, and the lads here have been really welcoming, and yeah, it's a really good club, and yeah, we just need more days like this now.
You can hear the crowd in here. Beating Manchester United at home must always be a good feeling. How much belief does this give you going into the next game? Manchester City back here next week, that you can get another good result like this?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think we're at our best yet either. I think today we had spells where we weren't good enough, and we applied pressure to ourselves, so there's a lot more to come from us. This is the bottom standard, and we work from that.
Well done today, guys.
Thank you.